Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. In this video, I want to go through an article that talks about Harry and Meghan's body language, and it emphasizes the looks that Meghan gives Harry. The assumption of this article is that they're in great shape according to their body language. However, I do not believe this is the case. This is my opinion. I also believe that Meghan Markle is a malignant narcissist. This is based on my experience living with narcissists, and my own stepmother was a malignant narcissist. So I know what the behaviors look like. I've lived with it my entire life. I am not a therapist though, so I am giving my human examples, being around narcissists, intimately involved with narcissists for decades. So now we'll read the few small snippets from this article, and then we will talk about it and analyze it, making the assumption that Meghan Markle is a malignant narcissist, which is what I believe that she is. So let's get into it. The article is titled, Proof Meghan Markle Holds Genuine Emotion for Prince Harry. Expert. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's relationship is branded sturdy, and this was published on November 29, 2024, and I see grammatical errors, so that's the first thing that catches my eye. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are bound to last long, says a body language expert. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who are currently on a professional split, will do well together as a couple despite their differences. Body language expert Darren Stanton, on behalf of Betfair Casino, says, Harry and Meghan often display prolonged eye contact between each other, which proves the couple's deep level of connection and rapport. He said, Meghan especially has great eye contact as she tends to fixate on whoever she is talking to. So that last sentence gives me some flashbacks of memories with my malignant stepmother. And I would rephrase this sentence to say, Meghan especially has great eye contact as she tends to fixate on her next victim. This is the experience that I have had with narcissists in my life. And I recognize that these are personal experiences, and many may not have lived it the way that I have, but narcissists use strong gaze in many different ways. Eye contact is a powerful tool used by narcissists to manipulate and control their romantic partners or family members. So what I want to do is go through a couple of examples of how the eye contact can be used to control or manipulate romantic partners. The first is intense eye contact as a means of control. Narcissists use prolonged and intense eye contact to establish dominance in their interactions. This form of nonverbal communication is meant to create a sense of power and balance. It causes partners or family members to feel compelled to comply or to agree, mistaking the intensity of the gaze for genuine emotion or deep connection. An example I can think of with Harry and Meghan is when Meghan wants to walk in front of Harry and she locks eyes with him and she ends up going first. She is communicating dominance over him, that she is going to go first. Meanwhile, Harry is interpreting that as genuine emotion or deep connection. The next example is the illusion of emotional depth. A narcissist may fixate their gaze on someone to stimulate an emotional connection that isn't genuinely felt. This performance can leave their partner or family member feeling special or chosen. This fits in likely during the love bombing stage. It's creating this false sense of intimacy, this false sense of emotional connection with someone. It ends up reinforcing the narcissist's influence by creating a bond that feels real but is often superficial. We've seen examples of this in action between Harry and Meghan when Meghan will look at him lovingly. And sometimes, unfortunately, Meghan's loving looks can be a little bit creepy, as you'll see in the videos right here. Staring can be a tactic to intimidate someone, and this is the one that I have had the most exposure to. Narcissists can also use eye contact to make others feel uneasy or submissive. This is particularly evident in situations where they feel challenged or want to assert dominance without raising their voice. The impact of this is that there's a stare down that can cause the other person to backtrack or second guess their actions, handing the narcissist the upper hand in conflicts or disagreements. I'm going to give you a real-life example of this. When I was married, my ex-husband liked to make burgers for us, and I like my burgers to be well done. I don't like it for it to be pink. My ex knew this, but every single time he would give me a burger that was mostly pink, and I couldn't eat it, right? I couldn't. So the first time I asked him if he could please cook it a little bit longer, and the look I got, I never asked again. So that was an intimidating look, but that's not where it ended. Every time we had a burger, he would be staring at me with that intimidating look to see if I would eat that burger. And I ate it. I ate the whole thing because I was intimidated into it. It really is like these types of things are what's happening in relationships when you have a narcissistic partner. They're difficult to explain. They're difficult to talk about because so much of it is subtle, and a lot of it you don't recognize until you're out of the situation, and it's like, oh my gosh, that really wasn't normal. That wasn't healthy behavior. This is why when I talk about Harry and Meghan, I talk about what a dangerous situation Harry is in, because he doesn't have anyone to talk to and say, you know, if this was something that was happening between Harry and Meghan, and Harry just casually was able to tell a friend could point him to like, hey, this is wrong. This is someone who doesn't recognize your boundaries. This is someone who genuinely has no concern over your preferences. They want you to do as they do simply for control. And also, I think there's a hint of malignancy in there too, because like with my ex, he wanted to see me squirm. He knew I didn't like it. Anyways, so if any of you have been through anything like this and you feel comfortable sharing it in the comments, please do. And I'm in no way giving advice. I'm just telling you what my experience has been. And I think it's important to hear these kinds of stories because you can sit back and reflect on if they seem similar to something that you've been through, or you may have heard a friend tell a story that kind of sounded off to you. Anyways, so let's continue. Strong eye contact can also occur during gaslighting. Before we get into this though, I just wanted to touch on the topic of gaslighting versus lying. Lying is when someone tells something that is untrue with the intent to deceive. So an example of this could be person A, did you eat the last cookie? And person B says, no, I didn't, even though they did. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where someone makes another person doubt their perception, memory, or reality. So an example of this could be person A, did you eat the last cookie? Person B says, I don't know why you're so obsessed with that cookie. You're always overreacting. Maybe you're just imagining things, or maybe you ate it yourself and forgot. See how there is this almost this attack on, why do you even care about the cookie? Why is it like you would think it's a straightforward answer, did you eat the cookie? But the response is, you need to go get your head checked because you forgot that you ate it. So here are some here's the big key difference. Lying is a straightforward deception, whereas gaslighting is more insidious. It involves manipulation of the other person's sense of reality. It often makes them question their memory or sanity. If you really want a good example of gaslighting, the term gaslighting came from a movie in the 1940s that starred Ingrid Bergman, and I believe it's called Gaslighting. When I divorced my ex-husband, the first movie I watched was that movie. And it was like, oh my gosh, this has been my reality for a decade. I highly recommend, if you have access to it, to that movie, go watch it. If you think you've been in this type of experience, it's revolutionary. Honestly, it made a big impact on my life. Eye contact can be used during gaslighting, where the narcissist gives a steady, unwavering gaze while denying truths or reality. This tactic creates confusion as their composure contrasts with the emotional turmoil they are causing to the person that they are gaslighting. It can leave their partner or family member doubting their own perception of events, further entrenching the narcissist's control. Another way narcissists can use eye contact is to feign empathy. Narcissists might employ intense eye contact to mimic empathy during emotional moments, making others believe they truly care. This can cause family members or partners to open up emotionally, unaware that the narcissist is cataloging vulnerabilities for future manipulation. So this is something I mention often, that especially when you are first meeting someone, don't give them too much information, especially if it's a romantic thing. Because as soon as you start expressing interest in something, these types of characters will all of a sudden have that same interest. So the best is to, in the beginning, just get to know someone and give bare minimum information and see how things develop from there. And then finally, there can be seduction through eye contact. In romantic relationships, narcissists often use their gaze to seduce and captivate, leaving their partner feeling like they are the center of attention. This early stage charm hooks the partner, who might later endure emotional neglect, once the narcissist feels secure in the relationship. So that's a tough pill to swallow. And this is part of the love bombing stage. They are seducing them, they're building intimacy through this intense eye contact. So I'm curious to know what you all think. I'm curious to know which of these eye contact tactics Meghan is using on Harry, and do you believe what this author of this article is saying, that Meghan gazes at him lovingly? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. And yeah, I appreciate all of you listening. Please like and subscribe. If you think a friend of yours or a family member of yours may benefit from this, please share. And all of that goes a long way to promote my video, and it helps the algorithm to push my videos out more. I appreciate you all so much. I can't wait till the next live when I get to chat with all of you again. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.